I have a terrible Halloween story.
There was no candy.
There was no candy. It was the Halloween with no candy. No, I mean, it's more. It'll be very brief. I cannot smoke weed physically. I am like allergic, I suppose, and I've known this my whole life. The first time I ever tried to smoke weed when I was younger, I immediately vomited. So I literally cannot, and it's not a moral issue. I just cannot. So it was Halloween a couple years ago, and I was dressed up in this. I got an Adam West Batman costume, so it's like skin tight Adam West suit. And my girl was dressed as Catwoman. We did the whole like '60s Batman thing, and we were at a buddy's house. We were, going out and drinking and partying all night and whatever. And we went to his house, and everybody was smoking weed. And I thought, man, it's Halloween. Like, that probably is just shit I'm making up in my head. Like, I can probably smoke. I'll do it. It's going to be totally fine. Now, bear in mind, again, skin-tight Batman suit. I've misplaced the mask now, so I'm just, like, weirdo mohawk guy. I had a full, like, long mohawk at the time with a skin-tight bat suit with no shoes on, so it's just, like, little feet. And so, of course, I walk over and I smoke weed, and I'm like, oh, that was all right. I don't really care for it, but, at least I know I can do it now. We walk downstairs, and he lives in the downtown Los Angeles area, so we walk downstairs, and I get about midway through crossing the street, and immediately in the middle of the street, like, the world ends for me. Just everything goes, boo, and I'm in the middle of on 7th Street, just in the middle of downtown, and cars are whizzing by, and I can't move. And then I just start projectile vomiting horribly all over myself, all over the ground. And then they drag me into a nearby. I'm by the way, I'm not drunk or anything. I'm just completely can't stop puking. The worst sick of all time. And so they drag me into a nearby restaurant where they are trying to get me, and I'm vomiting and don't have any body. Like, I'm completely weak. So now I'm just a ragdoll Batman with a cape wrapped around my neck. And they hit my head. I hit the mic again. They hit my head up against the bar. And so then I almost get knocked out on the way up. So now I'm being knocked out, drug upstairs, and puking on myself in a Batman costume. And so then I puked for a while longer, and then they finally took me out, and then I couldn't stop puking long enough to get into a taxi, so we couldn't get back because every time they tried to put me in a taxi, I kept puking. I don't even know what I was puking or what was in there. So the long story short is, don't smoke weed. Like, just don't do it. Even if you enjoy it, don't do it, because you might wind up puking all over your goddamn Batman costume. Happy Halloween, kids.